Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Auphanim. So a lot has been happening in the crypto sphere, and I have a video coming out tomorrow about Algorand. Algorand is doing wonderful. They are dominating. Algo is a safe hold, and in my humble opinion, when it comes to partnerships, they're doing the best right now. And I expect that explosion to be unbelievable for Algorand, and I think they might see a parabolic run sooner than most because of all that they're doing. Okay, but that video is going to come out tomorrow. XRP is doing great. XLM is doing great as far as like what they're doing, developing all of these developments they have going on, and especially when it comes to interacting with the government. Okay, they have been in a lot of meetings. They have been combating a lot of FUD. You've seen Denell Dixon of XLM Stellar on a myriad of news shows, and also in articles, writing articles, okay? And informing regulators, informing the regular people of the world why XLM is amazing. You see Brad Garlinghouse releasing tweets defending crypto, defending XRP, okay? You've seen another head at the Ripple company defending XRP and Ripple against these different accusations. There've been a lot of FUD. There's been a lot of FUD lately. I told you the FUD was going to turn up. I told you. It doesn't matter what's going on in the world. These FUDsters will use anything to FUD people out of XRP. Meanwhile, they're accumulating, okay? I guarantee you they're accumulating. There is no way anybody with a logical mind thinks that XRP is going to fail. With hundreds of banks signed up, or XLM, with all of the different large banks and financial institutions that use XLM, of course, it's going to take time. It takes time to set up infrastructure. Then on top of that, do you want them to rush everything like how Consensus did and then fail? Consensus failed. Did you read that article? Because we definitely gave it to you here on the channel. Then do you want them to rush things and fail like Hyperledger Fabric failed? Dcash? Did you read the Dcash article? Because we definitely gave it to you. They failed because they rushed. And guess what that's going to do? That's going to cut them out of money. A lot of money that could have been flowing into their blockchains, flowing through they're not really bank coins, but they're imitators, they're imposters, they're posers, really, right? We don't want those things to happen with XRP, XLM, Algo, HBAR, the true banking coins, the ones who are golden coins of the future. We don't want that. We need things to roll out smooth the first time. Now, all of this is going to make sense. If you head over, listen, I just released a 51-minute video. And in that video, in the members only section, okay, I just posted it today. Took me some time. We went through a lot of great information. And at the end of that video, we uncovered a bombshell. Click that little join button. My best work is going in that members only section right now because it takes so much time to put in, okay? And click that little join button there, join the membership. I think the first layer membership is like $4 or something. What's that, like a large fries at McDonald's? That's nothing for what we're uncovering in that members only section. And we uncovered a bombshell today. Everything I'm saying right now in this video will make sense if you see that video, okay? And they're telling, you know how they said it when you're little? They're telling XRP, XLM, Algorand, and HBAR are going to explode disgustingly. By the way, in addition to the video I just put out, make sure you watch the one before that. It's going to explain a lot. I told you they need the banking coins. Not just me postulating that. They're telling. You want to watch those videos. I can't tell you what to do, but hey. Click that little join button. That's all I can say. The information is there. So a lot is going on with the banking coins right now. They, in my humble opinion, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. They can lose. Life-changing wealth is coming. Let's just look at these tweets here by Brad Garlinghouse, the esteemed Brad Garlinghouse. Then we're going to move on. This is from March 1st. I continue to see asinine arguments from uninformed pundits of how crypto works. I want to reiterate what Ash Go Blue said yesterday. There are factual reasons why crypto can't be used on the broad scale for Russia to evade sanctions. Okay. Now, there's two sides to this, but I'm not going to cover the other side because you can't control distributed ledger technology or the coins that are what do you say, separated from the foundations and companies. Anybody can use those coins, but we're not going to cover that right now because, yeah, we want to maintain those great relationships with these banks. We want those United States dollars and we want all the money of the world, which is to come. So yes, I'm going to go with what Brad is saying. This is the other side. It's just smart. Okay. What happened is a lot of the legacy, these legacy system individuals, they're very unsavory. I'm just going to put it that way to maintain the prestige and respect of the channel. These very unsavory individuals use this situation to spread so much fear into crypto. They said, look what crypto's being used for. It's being used for bad things, highlighting the bad, even though billions of dollars worth of donations were sent via crypto to these regions to help. Just like it always is. People always use crypto to send great money to family members in need, disaster zones. Okay? Crypto has helped people in disaster areas, natural disasters, I mean, and now you're seeing crypto being used to help people in regions that are war torn. And that's only going to increase, okay, because you can't stop that money flow. It's not so easy to stop that money flow. But instead of highlighting all of this good, these legacy system unsavory individuals used it to FUD people out of crypto and bring hate to crypto. How much did they pay you to do that? Anyway, so I'm with Brad Garlinghouse here. And on top of that, they understand how much lobbying we've done in the crypto industry on Washington to bring them over to our side and open their ears to hearing us out. Okay. We understand how many meetings Denell Dixon has been in with the government, working hard to inform them on the benefits of crypto and that the banking coins, at least the banking coins, are safe, regulatory compliant. They're beneficial to everybody. And then these people use this particular crisis to FUD people out of the bank coins and try to undo all of Denell Dixon's work, all of Brad Garlinghouse's work, all of Stacey Warden's work over at Algorand. They use this opportunity for the negative when crypto is a wonderful, wonderful thing that they see. The thing that they fear the most is that a rising tide raises all ships. So even the normal people that hold these crypto banking coins can become wealthy, can have life-altering wealth placed upon them when that wouldn't happen before. But they don't want that because, see, if they're up here and you're down here, they feel great. But what crypto does, it levels the playing field. You heard that before, right? Level the playing field. So it brings everybody up. You might even surpass them, right? They don't want that. This is their greatest fear, that they cannot control crypto and that crypto has the propensity to raise a lot of individuals who then would have power. And let's say you wanted to change the world. You wanted to do different things. You could definitely try to do that. You could definitely change things incrementally. And that would make an impact, possibly, right? Enough people come together and they become crypto millionaires, billionaires, such like that, because there's a lot of crypto millionaires already. So some of them are trying to get to like half a billion. Some of them have enough they might get to $1 billion, right? So they have a ton of coins. Okay, so keep that in mind. This is all. There's a correlation between how many coins you have and how much you could possibly make. Keep that in mind. Okay, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. They don't want that. They don't want you having generational wealth. They don't want the old system to go away because that old system they feel has gifted them with the power and the prestige that they have today, with the position that they have today. So they've used these opportunities to FUD everybody out. It's unbelievably disgusting, in my humble opinion. And I'd like to thank people like Brad Garlinghouse, Denell Dixon, and Stacey Warden, these people who are warriors on the front lines fighting for the crypto industry, where we all could benefit. We all can rise. We all can have a good amount of riches or wealth. Okay, I want to separate the two. They're two different things. Let's continue on here. These are a set of tweets here. It says, in order to convert crypto to fiat, exchanges, etc., rely on banking partners who could lose their licenses if someone on the OFAC list is able to slip through. Extremely stringent KYC and AML policies are in place to avoid precisely this. He's absolutely right. But let's go back to that first tweet where he said uninformed pundits. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Pundits. See what I'm talking about? These are legacy system members. Now, we have been trying to educate people for a long time. We're working hard. We're working extremely hard at the top and at the bottom. So we've been in front of we've been in front of Congress members trying to inform them. We've been on the federal government panels trying to inform them, behind closed doors informing the federal government, right? I've made a bunch of phone calls. I know you have also. We've done that. When we first got on the channel, we put out all the different bank names, bank names and numbers, right? And that video's still up. and we did the federal government things and stuff like that. So you had the numbers. We've made our calls to Congress and senators, things like that. We've done it. We've been trying to inform. We've worked hard, and we've been informing people on the ground as well. So you have like spaces on Twitter. You have people here like myself and a lot of my peers doing a great job. My peers have been doing a great job informing you of what XLM is, what XRP is, what they do, what are their partnerships. These people have done a tremendous job on their channels. What HBAR is, what Cardano is. They've been informing the people, doing a great service to the world because, and a lot of people have made a lot of money and been able to live better. How many people bought new cars with this crypto money, new houses, sent their children to college off their crypto money? They've done a great job. So we've been trying to inform people for a long time of what these things are. Okay, we don't tell people to buy or sell, but we're just researchers. We just bring you the information and try to inform people on the truth of these particular things. The legacy system is trying to hold people back. They want to fudge you out. They want to use fear to control you. And then maybe they can maintain this control over the world that they have. Because right now, you and I are a threat to that. They don't like that. They're going to test us. They're going to try to break us as much as they possibly can and FUD the people out. And so many people have sold their coins. They're out of there. They're gone. Okay. But this is what they're talking about. Uninformed pundits. That's who they are. Legacy system agents. All right, but let's continue on here. It says RippleNet, for example, has always been and remains today committed to not working with sanctioned banks. Listen, they are regulatory compliant. Not only that, I'm with Brad. We want that United States money. There's a lot of money to scoop up in the United States. We don't need to mess up any deals. We don't need to mess up any partnerships with all of those banks. Do you see how many banks XRP stands to be used by? And it's so close. It's just right there. We're so close to regulatory clarity. Did you hear? I believe I read something. Maybe somebody posted this in a video. I don't know. Tell me if this is accurate, that the federal government had called on Congress yesterday, or within the last few days. They called on Congress to initiate regulatory clarity, which would be very good because we've been in front of Congress, like I said, having a multitude of meetings with Congress. And not only that, Ripple has been lobbying Congress. Ripple has the most money lobbying the government of the United States on behalf of crypto. They have done it the most. So I would rather take our chances with Congress. There's no guarantee of how that's going to turn out. But I'd rather take my chances with Congress than the other governmental bodies. Okay, I think we will fare a little bit better, but who knows how that's going to turn out, because the legacy system definitely is trying to buy themselves some time, and they definitely have a lot of money moving around out there to bring people over to their side and buy them more time, because the future is inevitable. But what they can do, they can't stop it, but they try to hold it back a little bit as much as they can. Just keep pushing it back. So hopefully that does not occur. But that's all this is about here. Okay, so then you have a tweet from Susan Friedman, and it also says this. It says, while we understand the concern expressed by Senator Warren, Russia actually faces some pretty big obstacles in using crypto to bypass sanctions. I don't know why these individuals, here's the thing. It's not the protocol so much, right, that they were highlighting. They're trying to use this to attack crypto companies. That's the problem. The crypto exchanges, the NBFIs, non-banking financial institutions, they're using it to attack them. You do see how the SEC works, right? So the SEC, they're not worried about like the actual protocol. They can't control that. Anybody can use those protocols, anybody. They go after the exchanges like Coinbase, right? They go after the companies like Ripple, right? You see where I'm going here? They're using this to attack them. This is why they had to fight back. And they had to start speaking up. Why would you tell me that's not suspicious? Why would you go out here, Senator, and then you say these particular things, understanding you've sat in a lot of meetings with representatives from the crypto industry? And you have been informed. So why would you say this particular thing? Why? You know that this is not true. You know that at least this is not the way that it would happen. Even if they were to use something, you know that this is not the way that it would happen. What they would do is they would build something with another entity over there and then pad it with things that can't be controlled. We'll just say it that way. But that's not the issue that should be focused on. Truth be told, The issue is the implosion. That's what should be the crux of what you're looking at, the implosion of the financial ecosystems of the world. One controls the oil of another or two. The others are controlling how their banking system either thrives or fails. They all have these weapons of mass destruction, thus reaching a stalemate. The implosion of the financial system. One is printing their fiat currency into oblivion. Didn't I say that before? Listen, but you don't want to talk about that. Even though that is really what we should be taking from all of this, is that the financial systems of the world have a huge flaw in them. A huge flaw. Is there any one entity that should control all of the financial ecosystem of the world? Do you believe that? Level the playing field. It can only happen through crypto, but they fear crypto because it's a threat to that power and control. Why would someone so informed say something like this? But let's continue on here. While we understand the concern expressed by the senator, this redacted place, I'm not going to say their name too much, actually faces some pretty big obstacles in using crypto to bypass sanctions. Many folks within crypto are looking to work proactively with Congress and regulators on smart regulation for the digital asset space that both fosters innovation and protects consumers. This isn't the Wild West. It isn't. It's not the Wild West, not real crypto. If your SEC was doing its job, they could easily regulate out all the meme coins and scam coins and rug pulls that are robbing people. They could easily do that, but they chose not to. They chose to go after Ripple, a regulatory compliant company that was meeting with them like every month or every week, something like that, giving them full transparency. So there's something wrong with your SEC. That's not on crypto. That's on your SEC allowing those particular bad actors. But is it the Wild Wild West? Absolutely not. The dominant coins are regulatory compliant. Your SEC has a problem with Cardano. How? Wait, what? How do you have a problem with Cardano? They're above board, legit, super legit. You see what Cardano was doing with ScanTrust? Traceability, trying to move into that traceability market. Unbelievable. I hope they do. I really hope they do, because that's going to send that, if they get into traceability, keep in mind, Algorand is also getting into traceability. You better move fast, Cardano. You better move fast, because once Algorand gets into something, they tend to dominate it. And there's not enough. Let me tell you something. VeChain already has a huge piece of the traceability market. VeChain is going to explode. Algorand will take everything from you, Cardano. They will take everything from you. And they're very efficient at domination. If Algorand continues on their developing that traceability aspect, watch out. But if Cardano can expand on that traceability aspect, that price would shoot up more than what you saw before. I promise you that, more than what you saw before. But it's not financial advice, okay? Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and I don't want to be. I'm just a humble researcher. But let's continue on here. Many folks within crypto are looking to work proactively with Congress. Okay, so I wanted to highlight that little part. We have been working proactively with Congress and regulators, informing them constantly. It's like talking to a wall at this point. That legacy system money must be really good. It must be. What more can we say? We're showing you how good it is. We're telling you we're regulatory compliant. We're trying to work with you. We're trying to keep innovation in the United States. A lot of companies could have just left the United States and went elsewhere that are more regulatory friendly, but they didn't do that. They stayed within the United States to keep innovation here. And of course, yeah, we do want that United States money, but my goodness, like what more needs to happen? And they continuously put out ignorant things like this. I don't understand. But let's go here. Okay, so that's a little bit from what's happening with Ripple and XRP. Then you have Denell Dixon here. Denell Dixon was on Yahoo Finance, once again explaining the different things about the protocol to the masses of the world, how regulatory compliant they are, how efficient they are, how beneficial they are, helping the unbanked. I mean, she is doing a wonderful job, in my humble opinion. So then, once again, how do you have members of the government saying ignorant things as such? And then painting all of crypto like this, not saying, hey, these meme coins are being used for this. Hey, these rug pulls here. hey, these scam coins are really bad. No, just crypto. Crypto is being used. Which crypto? Which crypto? Name them. Which crypto? Not the banking coins. Not the banking coins. Okay. But let's continue on here. We have another tweet. This was from Donnell Dixon. As I share on my blog, looking back on my career, the times that stand out the most are those when I wasn't the only woman in the room. I want to work. I want the work we do at Stellar to change that for others. So they're even considerate on every single level when it comes to crypto. See, what happens in these crypto companies and with the protocol, it allows everybody to thrive on every level. I love that about the crypto also. About these particular bank coins. Of course, I do want that generational wealth, but they help it be an even playing field for everybody to thrive across the board. And that is very important. So then you have some more tweets from stellar.org or stellar.org, and it goes as such. To catalyze the blockchain-oriented ideas of African startups, we're teaming up with the DFS Lab for another blockchain bootcamp. So they've already done one. Get access to hands-on technical support, education, and funding. Apply by March 18th. So once again, we have another crypto blockchain planting roots in Africa. Africa is going to experience exponential growth over the next 10 to 15 years. Now, listen, the exponential growth coming out of the small businesses, large businesses, and also the banks. I think HBAR is working with the biggest bank in Africa based on assets. So HBAR, HBAR is going to explode. But and you can look that up for yourself, by the way. Everything I say, you can look up and do your research and find it on your own and uncover that with ease, by the way. OK, Africa is going to explode. That has the 10 to 15 years of that the economies are going to explode. And then that money obviously is a lot of that's going to flood into blockchain, which is planting roots in these developing regions. Especially education-wise, they have college courses on blockchain, right? The foundations and companies are involved. They have just normalized classes that they offer in the different locales where people can learn about blockchain, how to build on it, how to utilize it, okay, how to build digital wallets, dApps, things like that, okay? So blockchain is going to grow with them. But the 10 to 15 years of exponential growth is not, that does not push back the timeline for when the central banks and commercial banks expect to utilize the banking coins for central bank digital currencies or national digital currencies. It doesn't affect that. So, I mean, so it's two different timelines and two different things I'm talking about. Some people in the comment section, they take it like I'm saying it's going to be 10 to 15 years before we get a parabolic run. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that at all. I'm talking about something completely separate from the banks, the flood and tsunami of money that's coming from the banks, which they're estimating. Like I said, I'll give you the timelines again, which you saw in the PDFs. Now, there's no guarantee these timelines are going to go according to plan. Of course, this is just professional estimations, but JP Morgan said 2 to 3 years for infrastructure to be set up for the commercial banks and central banks. 2 to 3 years, JP Morgan. Bank of International Settlement said 3 to 5 years, okay? Then we had a document from Ripple itself. I think it was the one you had to sign up for and download. A document from Ripple itself that said probably about maybe like 5 more years. Or so. No, they said 4. Sorry about that. You said 4. They said 4 more years, okay? So somewhere between 2 years and 5 years is what we're looking at for the banks, allegedly, if these things go according to plan. There's no guarantees, allegedly, for the banks to have their infrastructure set up and be ready to roll out central bank digital currencies, national digital currencies. So anywhere in between that time period, that's what we're looking at for that. And then we have the flood of money that stands to come later on from the developing nations like in Latin America, developing countries in like Latin America, where Algorand is strong, Ripple is strong, Stellar is strong, Cello is down there. Then you have Africa, Stellar's in there, Cardano's in there. I believe Algorand is in there. Ripple is definitely in there. You have Southeast Asia, XLM is in there heavy. Ripple's just got in there very, very heavy. Okay, you have Europe, Algorand is in Europe with the Algorand Accelerator. You have Stellar up there with the oldest bank in Europe. You have Ripple over there, of course, in the Digital Euro Association. Oh, that is so beautiful. I can't wait for that XRP money. Oh my goodness. They're on a lot of regulatory boards. Money. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the different time frames. The 2 different time frames, okay? 2 different waves of money coming. And it's just that good, in my humble opinion. It's based on the research. You can research those things yourself, okay? But yes, this is another good thing happening here where you have Stellar getting deeper in Africa. There's wonderful things going to be coming out of Africa. Wonderful things going to be coming out of Latin America, Europe. I mean, so we're just going to keep our eyes peeled. Southeast Asia also. We're going to keep our eyes peeled, and things are looking very, very good. So once again, I have a hefty video. The 51 minutes, we did a great job and we uncovered a bombshell. Click that join button and get the best of me, okay? So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.